Back with me, Amisha Cross, former Congressman Joe Walsh, and Tyler Pager. Okay, I want to play a couple sound bites from last night's White House Correspondents' Dinner. The first one is, well, just play what the president had to say about Stormy Daniels, and then the next one will be about Sleepy Joe. Watch these.
Donald has had a few tough days lately. You might call it stormy weather. Age is the only thing we have in common. My vice president actually endorses me.
It's after 10 p.m. Sleepy Joe is still awake, while Donald Trump has spent the past week falling asleep in court every morning, though Fox News said he was just being anti-woke.
So, Tyler, what I found interesting about last night, obviously Colin Jost was going to go after Donald Trump by name and hammer him with jokes. What was, I guess it shouldn't have been surprising to me, but the president going after Donald Trump by name from the very beginning. He did his own Sleepy Don joke in the opening seconds of his remarks. What was the strategy behind the president's speech?
Yeah, so I think we've seen a gradual change from the president. It started with the State of the Union, where he unburdened himself from some of the political trappings, didn't attack Donald Trump by name, but made it clear who he was talking about and delivered quite a political State of the Union address. Coming out of that speech over the last few weeks, he's really just inserted Trump's name into everything. And he's not just attacked him on the policy stuff, but he started to ridicule him and trying to get under his skin. And I think, the president knows that was a highly watched speech. It's one of those speeches that breaks through in a way that his normal appearances don't. And I think they wanted to show him vigorous. They wanted to show that he could take a joke. But they also wanted to really hit hard at those contrasts, that they feel like they have a good story to tell. The president is out there. He's awake late at night, and he's able to crack some jokes as well.
Right. And Amisha, what I thought was I sort of in my own way gasped when I heard the stormy weather joke, because that's the closest I've heard the president even address the court situation that his predecessor finds himself in.
And you are not the only one. I think that that joke in and of itself, though it was also hilarious, the timing was amazing. It was one that showcased that the president is not afraid to take a punch. To a point you made a moment ago, I think that throughout this campaign cycle, there has been a shift. And part of that, I think, is because there has to be a show of strength from President Biden here. Donald Trump has no problem throwing shade and grenades at everybody. For Biden, he also has to show that strength. He also has to feel the energy in his campaign. And there are a lot of people out here who are Biden supporters who don't want to see Trump again, but also want to see Biden possess a certain level of strength and aggression.
That's it, Jonathan. Biden has one obstacle. Voters want to see that he's up to it. I love it that he goes after Trump. Trump's a jerk. Trump's cruel. And Biden rightly believes Trump is unfit. So say it and call him out by name. And it's the double whammy of it shows the voters that Biden can do it.
But it's one thing to stand there in black tie at an event that is a roast, an event where it's all about the comedy and can you land the joke. It's another to say those same things at an actual campaign event.
He should.
You think he should replicate the stormy weather joke on the campaign trail?
I don't know about the joking. Sure, blend in some humor, but go after Trump by name. He's unfit. Go after every aspect of him.
And that's the strategy from the Biden campaign increasingly, is that they want to make this a clear choice.
Yeah.
You can there's two candidates that have plausible pathways to the presidency, ignoring the third-party candidates. It's Biden or Trump. And so the Biden campaign wants to make that binary choice very clear to voters. And so I think we're going to continue to see an even more aggressive Biden, as aggressive as he's able to get against Trump, to sort of make that very clear to voters that there's two options here.
Amisha?
Absolutely. Biden has to create and paint this narrative, because we can't assume that the average voter is watching wall-to-wall coverage of what's going on in the trial. He has to be able to go out there and say exactly what it is, call a thing, name and shame. People are looking for that.
And so then, Tyler, where is he going next?
Yeah, so he's, they don't announce his travel all that much in advance. I mean, we can expect him to spend a lot of time in the states that, we expect, battleground states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, Arizona, Georgia, et cetera. I think this week we're going to see him in the mid-Atlantic area, Pennsylvania. But he is trying to get out on the road, trying to also draw a contrast, particularly as Trump sits in a courtroom every day. The campaign has been very eager to tout that difference, that the president is in court and the former president's in court and the current president is out talking to voters.
All right, we've got 30 seconds left, but this just hit me. The operatives here with an abortion amendment thing happening in Florida. Is it fool's gold for Democrats to think that, oh my God, we can flip Florida? The president can win Florida in November.
I'd say no, I'd compete, but I'll leave that to you.
I think that may, in fact, be a fool's errand. However, I do think that there are some areas where we may see some progress. Be mindful, the RNC has basically stuck its championship banner on the state of Florida. I don't see that necessarily happening. For Florida to be in play, they need a lot more groundwork. It's not going to happen before November.